Somebody make me the light and shadow me. Oh my God, I need to go to that article. Oh God, oh hey everyone, how's it going? Is I the real Randy Chavez? I didn't know we were live yet. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. I want you guys to say hello to Dashi. And then I also want you guys to say hello to Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I'm trying to look for this article that I want to read from Reuters saying NASDAQ makes push to launch trading of tokenized securities. This is from September 8th, so it is a few weeks old, but I never read it, and I have a couple of things to say. NASDAQ's working with U.S. regulators to introduce trading of tokenized securities, become the latest major financial player on Wall Street to double down on a boom in tokenization amid an easing of crypto regulations under Trump's administration. If approved, the move would mark the first instance of tokenized securities being allowed to trade on a major U.S. stock exchange, also signify the most ambitious attempt yet by an exchange operator to bring blockchain-based settlement into the national market system. Now, this sounds like something that DEVVE can do. NASDAQ on Monday, again, this is back on September 8th, filed a proposal at U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to tweak its rules to allow for trading of listed stocks and exchange-traded products on its main market in either traditional, digital, or tokenized form. Filing comes days after the SEC unveiled its rulemaking agenda, which included a potential amendment of its rules to allow for crypto to be traded on national securities exchanges and alternative trading systems. Investor demand for tokenized assets is rising globally. Proponents of the crypto industry have argued that tokenization can improve liquidity in the financial system. Coinbase, the largest U.S. crypto exchange, has also previously sought permission from the SEC to offer tokenized equities to its customer. Some major global banks, including Bank of America and Citigroup, have said that they could explore launching tokenized assets, including stablecoins. Neither the New York Stock Exchange nor the CBOE Global Markets responded to requests for details on any plans that they may have in works regarding tokenization. In its filing on Monday, NASDAQ said it believed that the markets can use tokenization while continuing to provide the benefits and protections of the national market system. Wholesale exemptions from the national market system and related protections are neither necessary to achieve the goal of accommodating tokenization, nor are they investors' best interest, NASDAQ said. Man, people really like putting spam in my pump fund stream. Wild. Long story short, everything that they're looking to do seems to be able to be done by DEVVE. There is zero confirmation of this. There is zero hard evidence of this. It's just the way, it's just what I'm seeing. Also, after I'm done, I'm going to watch that episode of South Park. Also, I have been in a caloric deficit every day since August 31st, with the exception of September 17th. September 17th, I went to visit a friend in New York. We had a lot of food and alcohol. And then after that, it was back to the grind. So actually, that's the only day I've drank. That's the only day I've not been in a caloric deficit. And am I blue? Because I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right, baby. I'm feeling good. I feel like James Brown and Rocky IV. I feel good. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to what DEVVE's doing today. The whole market just took a giant dump today, so I'm going to assume only down 6%. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a much worse DEVVE price here, but only down 6%. Let's take a look at what DEVVE has done over the course of the last 24 hours as far as volume. 395,000 in volume, $37 million market cap. This is so freaking cheap. Guys, what I was thinking is split it between OMI and DEVVE. Again, I get a little teeny tiny bit of money in like 8 or 10 days, give or take. I don't know if we're doing business days here. OMI and DEVVE. I just have so much Definity. And we'll go over Definity in a bit. But let's take a look at the rest of the market, because the rest of the market is straight up not having a good time. Bitcoin down 4% on the day. Ethereum down 7%. Ethereum was down 8% at one point today at like 3,800. What was its low? Its low was like almost 3,800, 3,830. Probably wicked down a little bit below there. Like just everything. See, XRP down 6%, BNB down 7%, Solana down 9%. Damn. Dogecoin down 8%, Lido Stake down 7%, Tron down 2%, Cardano down 5.5%, Wrapped ETH down 6.5%. Just everything just took a giant dump. And I got calls from one whale. One whale kind of just wanted to make sure that everything was good and like, hey, are we in the next bear market? Did we miss the bull? Like, no, we're good. It's like, you sure? Like, yes. Like, okay. And then that was it. Another whale is just like, hey, he didn't like, he's got a bunch of money coming into him in like the next week, like a fudge ton of money. And originally he was like, I'm going to buy DEVVE. I'm not going to say all this stuff that he's going to buy, but DEVVE was one of them. And now he's just like, dude, I was playing it safe. I'm in Ethereum, but I doubled it. I went to ETHU, and it's like, I'm in MicroStrategy, but I'm in MSTU, in the stocks, and it's like, down like 40K, and like I thought this was supposed to be safe, and I was like, it is, but that stuff's volatile and might continue to stay volatile for a while. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, when you know that crypto would outperform pretty much anything, but you've kind of been doing that for like 3.5 years, yeah, like 3.5 years. It's like, okay, not the best time to have gotten in and dollar cost average. I dollar cost average, and then it keeps on dipping. Well, then you buy that dip again. Like, I get it. So we had one whale that I don't know what he'll do. I was expecting to have a bit of price action, at least on DEVVE. Will that continue? Will we get that price action from this one whale that the entire volume that it did today, he could just do by himself? I'll let you know. You guys might see it. If you see one day in like 2 weeks, DEVVE has like an extra 200 grand. That was him. That was him buying. I mean, I would tell him to not do it all at once. Be like, okay, you got to go like 10K here, wait a little bit, 10K over there, and it might take a week or so. Anywho, what do we got here? Currency. Let's do Definity, because we were just talking about that. Definity had a pretty bad day. I mean, as did everything, but Definity down 22%, a lot worse than any other. That's like, okay, Chavez, why? This isn't just like the market's taking it with it, is it? No, we did have this one guy. Yeah, he's out now. That probably had like $60,000 worth of Definity at one point at like 3 cents. I think by himself he took it down to like 1.5 cents. Offered to do OTC deal with him, said no, fine with me. Got to have some cheaper, and now he's out. Now he's out at 1.9 cents. This is one of those things where he will definitely regret that, unless I don't know why. Like, this seemed to be pretty calculated, as in it wasn't a rush. Like, one day he just yeets it all. Because if he did, one, it would have made a bigger price impact, and two, it just, the way he did it, it wasn't a rush. It's like, okay, I'll sell, let it rise, let it sell, let it rise. I don't know what he did with the money. A lot of people that get liquidated in rushes, they just yeet it all at once, kind of gets hecked. Anyway, oh shoot. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. That's Definity. They had 18,000 in volume, most of which was a sell pressure from that guy. Back under a $3 million market cap. Speaking of these market caps, so I think daCat might actually go under 2 million, because it's getting close. 2.17 million. But despite that, $511,000 in liquidity, which I'm very, very proud of. Actually 512, actually 513, because we're at 256,000 in daCat and in Ethereum, exactly matching. So it's actually 513. So feeling really, really good that we have 25% of our market cap is in locked liquidity, which is incredible. This one, I think it just had to do with oh no, we had a couple sells here too. Actually no, this wallet that sold like $200 worth. They have another 200. Anyone that owns DEVVE, Definity, OMI, probably my guys. So this dude's got a small amount of stuff. and I'm looking at others as well. So they'll probably regret as well. Again, 2.17 million. With some of my funds next week, or with some of my funds, in like 1 to 2 weeks, I might get a little more daCat. I might not. I'll depend how low everything is. I think we had today, I don't know how many longs were liquidated. We had $170 billion wiped out from crypto market in the last 24 hours. But we had a couple of liquidations. Over $1 billion in longs have been liquidated. Going by leverage is wild. It's wild work. And we got Kuma saying, "What up, fam?" For the first time. First this time. You are first. You are first. You're getting that bread. Getting that bread. Because I'm on Pump Fund right now, let me take a look at DDOO. That is the Dashi Do token. They are down 9% on the day. $525 in volume. Not a lot. $10,000 market cap. I'm gonna bless those that are here at some point, because when I have millions of dollars liquid, I'm gonna pump the shit out of it. It's gonna be great. Gonna be great. Abe says, "Here, first one again. I don't know about that. They're not bullish enough on Definity." Agreed. I have so much already. I want to get more, but I mean, now that it's back under 2 cents, I really have no problem grabbing more. I just need to wait another little bit, because this is so cheap. It's so freaking cheap. We're gonna get again and again till we get it right, because nobody's perfect. Yeah, $2.9 million market cap, pretty low. What's up, Jamar Reese? How's it going, fans? And what's up, Randy? What's up, girl? Let me get to SHIRO here, because I think SHIRO had we all had a rough day here in the markets. SHIRO's actually up 7% on the day. What the fudge is that about? They literally were down like 18% at one point, and then just had a miraculous recovery. They were down at 8025. Now they're at 8031. Now they're at 313. So up 7% now on the day. Again, like they were down so bad before. They were down. I think their market cap was like at daCat's or lower, and now it's at 3.13 million. So they must have had they only had 400K in volume, so that's not a ton, but yeah, they really picked it up. Couple of whales coming in, probably, because I know people that had got in at like under 10 million, but like 8 or 9 million. Now it's down here. I mean, there were some people probably buying into 18 million. But yeah, big fall off, as did everything, and the whole market just took everything with it. But I'm gonna let you guys know that they have the money to make it until meme season, at least till alt season, but probably till meme season as well. Meme season might come first, it might come last. We don't know, but if they can hit that meme narrative, which I think they can, God, they're gonna go insane. They're gonna go absolutely insane. All right, remember Definity dipped. Let's freaking go. You're getting more in 6 days. I don't know if I can get my stuff in 6 days. You might beat me there. You might beat me to it, because I don't have. All right, where's my calendar? I might. I'm gonna try to get the. I don't know if I can get done 29th, 30th. Oh God, I have so much stuff to do. Okay, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'm just going over the rest of my. Okay. I will do that. I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay, very good, very good. DeYayo, what's going on? Reposting the stream. My man. In the Avatar state. Love that show. JKRB. What's going on? Dude, all right, let's get close here. Let's all in this together. Okay. Oh God, no, Google. I don't need you, Google. Google, what did you just do? Okay, Google's done. I don't know why this is giving me issues here. Okay, that's better. No, it's not. Let me put my little shit. I tried to put my little this guy, Colonel Sanders, in there, but he's not doing anything for me. Okay, it's better. Avatar. There's maybe 7 or 8 episodes of that entire show that I did not like. The Cave of Two Lovers was really boring. The Swamp People one was really boring. But that show, Avatar, helped like change like a generation. When you go Avatar State, it's like FU is just so cool. Legend of Korra, same thing. I freaking Legend of Korra was very not well received. First season was okay. Second season was I liked it. Nobody else did. Third season was epic. Third season was like old school Avatar. Third season was like, oh my god, they got their stuff together, and that rivaled Avatar. Like that, I think it was better. I like Korra better because the kids are older, and because in Avatar you have these like young kids that are like 10 to 15, 16, and they're learning from like these old guys from like, they're like grandpas, and it's like, when are we gonna meet a bender like in their prime? And then in Korra, you get these like teenagers, early 20s, they are getting this bread. You have professional bending, it becomes an art. It's so freaking good. And then you have the elders, but they're not like elders. Like you have Zuko that's in there. But you have General Zuko as well. But you have the ones that are older and a little more hardened. Like you have Tenzin. You have his sister. I forget her name, but she is beautiful. I don't care that she's 50. Oh my god, I don't care. She could be 50. She could be 60. She was, oh my god, gorgeous. You just have benders that are more in their prime than you did in the like. I don't remember maybe the Fire Lord. He's like the only bender like in his prime, and he's like 40. You don't have any like 20-year-olds. But you get that in Korra, and that is so freaking good. So freaking good. Anyway, let's get on with the show here. Bro, that'd be great if we got Nickelodeon, we got Avatar NFTs. I would go crazy for that. Something number 5. Thank you for liking this. Modded number 5. Thank you for liking this. We'll go over Foster's tweets in a minute here. Oh, I love it. Dude, the memes are such straight fire. Yeah, Candy and dude, Futureverse I think is done. Futureverse is either done or they're going to get acquired or they're just done. So you have the people that went from Palm NFT to DC NFT, and then they got bought out by Candy Digital, then acquired by Futureverse, and now Futureverse is shutting its doors. I'm going to say that Futureverse goes down and that Candy gets acquired. Just my take on it. But now you have to go in and these people have to migrate again, and it's like, bro, just go with VEVE. That's all you need to do. You will find success. You will get more money. You'll get more attention. You'll never go out of business. Like DC has just continuously made bad calls. Going with VEVE is a clear answer. I don't know what their problem is. It's the problem. What you have multiple problems there. You have the fact that there is demand for that, and trying to do it with other. Trying to go and do it with these other startups that they don't have a proven system of success. I guarantee you, Candy, if you go and hire me, and I will weed out the poor investors, the poor VCs from like the good ones. I will make sure you either get. I mean, the thing is though, VEVE would never want to acquire Candy. Because like there's no reason to acquire something where you already have all of their members. You would, if you were VEVE, you'd want to just talk to the licensors and back that truck up. Again, I talked to, and this was years ago when after Recur went under, and I was like, how do we keep these licensors interested in something when they just took a reputational hit? And they was like, well, already talking. And again, this was years ago. Now I don't know for Recur if there was a cooling off period between the licensors and the NFTs there, and they had to wait a couple of years. Like they went through that same issue with Disney buying Marvel, even though they did have the rights to all of the characters from Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Misty Knight. You had all of these incredible characters, and they couldn't use them, even though they bought the rights, because of the Netflix shows that they had. They had this like cooling off period, and they had to wait a few years. And now we have new content. But they had to wait like 5 years. So I don't know if they had something like that with Hello Kitty, with whatever else they had on Recur, kind of, Hey Arnold, Nickelodeon, I remember going to San Diego Comic-Con 2022, like, hey, can you guys tell me about, your NFTs? And they're like, what? I was like the people at the Nickelodeon booth had zero idea that their IP had NFTs, and it was on Recur. And I was like, anyway, we finally have a jumping mechanic in the VEVVEverse. I repeat, we have a jumping mechanic in the VEVVEverse. Let's all get that bread. Who just texted me? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. There's more. There's more text, and I will get to them at my leisure. Foster Hill saying buying OMI has never been easier thanks to BankerBot. Numerous users buy and hold OMI via BankerBot. The Banker leaderboard is flooded with users who are OMI homies. There are 5 tokens that give you a boost for holding, and OMI isn't one of them. OX deployer, fix this. I agree. We should fix that. Speaking of OMI, let's go to the tape. Let's go to that's a rocket power reference. Go to a Comey on CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap has it down 3.5% on the day to 00031, and it only has 2.8 million in volume. I'm curious if Gecko has anything different. And Deepcoin is 28%. Gate is 26%. 15% by Uniswap base. Okay, we're gonna have to go to a Comey over on the CoinGecko and see if there's any more volume, and see if it was Bing X. Okay, so what is the volume here? Oh, 7 million in volume. Let's go. And out of that 7 million, where we got the biggest one, yeah, Deepcoin is $4.7 million in volume. I know, I'm going to assume that's mostly bots. But for OKX, you have 163K in volume, Gate.io 732, 753 on BingX, 300K on MEXC. Yeah, this is awesome. 417,000 on base, which seems insane because I almost never see that, but that's fine. That's cool. I'll take that. What is the market cap? 87 million. Oh, my back. My other back. I feel like nobody gets these streams on the pump on Dashy Do. Anyway, let's take a look at. We did Dashy Do. We did. What else do I have over here to go over? Let's do Fias. If I can find it. Okay, we're gonna have to type it in because we have that technology. Fias up 4% on the day, and Tom Anderson mentioned that he had something new that he was working for with Fias. Not 100% sure what it was. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Oh my God, I will do that as well. Also, this hat is from Nintendo World. I love it. Anyway. Okay, going X. All right, we're gonna go on here. Math. Democrat Ian Calderon launches a pro-Bitcoin campaign for California governor. I'd love to interview him. 4th largest economy in the world. Freaking George Costanza saying these Tylenol are making me autistic. George is getting mad. Before my headache and after my headache. Oh my God, these memes are hysterical. If you have a gold logo or are a level 100 or something else, you got an email from VEVVE last night saying we're bringing the VEVE community together in New York City during Comic-Con, and we want you on the guest list. Join VEVE co-founders David Yu and Dan Crothers, along with special guests and VIPs for an unforgettable night of connection, conversation, and celebration. I don't know if I can go over the details because it's only given out to certain people, but appetizers and drinks are on us to kick off the evening. I am going to go so freaking hard there. It's going to be great. With a cash bar available after that. If it's anything like last time, everyone will be buying me drinks, and I'm going to get thrifty, and it's going to be great. RSVP required by 3 October. Oh, God, can't wait. Can't wait. Okay, deposit. David Yu reposted Bing X listing yesterday talking about OMI. Gotta love that he shows some love to the OMI peeps. Mr. MC1 says, how can I get a KFC Gold Edition Secret Rare? Not the New York Comic Con 2024 Secret Rare, but the one, there's only 150 of them. Only one promo code has been redeemed in November 2024. I might know a guy. I got to call Mr. MC1 because I might know a guy. It's the CEO of Figpin. So I'll see him at Comic-Con, and then maybe I'll get one. We'll see. David Hughes says, I'm trying to find one myself. Maybe I could get one and then give it to him as a gift if he lets me do something. Let's see. Let's get this bread. Let's obtain this grain. Let's yeast on this feast. Let's feast on this yeast. Let's yeet this wheat. Okay. Back in the, can I show this? I can definitely show this. And if not, oh well. This is straight out of a military. Okay, so disclaimer. This fictitious plan was created by junior military officers undergoing training related to the Department of Defense's Joint Operational Planning and Execution Systems, known as JOPIS, the formalized process by which the department conducts all contingency planning and execution in an effort to learn the JOPIS process and to do so in a more interesting way. The students were assigned this completely fictitious scenario and directed to use JOPIS to develop a written contingency plan. Using this fictitious scenario avoided concerns over the use of classified information. It resolved sensitivity to be using real-world nations or scenarios, and it better engaged the students. What was this fictitious thing, you ask? Zombies. What to do in a zombie outbreak? I'm not going to lie. When I read that first, and this was many moons ago, I don't know what this was, 2016, 2017. I thought it was great. Anyway, I'm dead. Just throw me in the trash. So there's, I want to go over something. $1 billion USDT was minted at midnight. I repeat, 1 billion USDT was minted at midnight. They unfortunately did not pump the markets. Dude, Ash Crypto Real continuously has the worst takes in crypto. I think he just says outrageous stuff just to get, whatever. Anyway. On this day, 5 years ago, I was on some Lucy. And what did I say? I said a couple of things. I had said 4 things. One of which was, I want to be, actually, which one was it? The first thing that I said was, when you're on acid, you don't care about where people are from. You don't care what color they are. You just see a human living their best life, and you want to help them. I feel like if everyone did acid at least once, there would be world peace. Say, I love people. I just want to be friends with everybody. I also said, I want to be friends with everyone. And I'm a relatively likable guy, so I have a lot of friends. I'm sorry I don't reach out to people more. And for the people that do reach out to me and I can't get back to them right away, I'm sorry. Trying to build 2 businesses and doing other things on the side takes its toll. I hope you're all well. Last thing I mentioned is that we should take people who have different views than our own and talk to them. Try to better understand the world from their point of view. This way we could be more compassionate. That's why I love Lucy so much. It just makes me want to love people and listen to good music and drink. Anyway, Naver, one of the biggest South Korean company, will acquire Upbit and launch a super app for trading and payments, bullish for mass adoption. We had $100 million worth of Ethereum longs liquidated between midnight this morning and 1 a.m. You have 10 whales that also bought 210,000 ETH worth 863 million via OTC. While everybody else was panic selling, whales were buying Ethereum pretty cheap. And then it got much cheaper because today was just an absolute shit show. ETH had dropped below 4,000 and now it's 3,800. The biggest loser was wallet number OXA523. That was wiped. His entire 9,152 ETH position, which was, if you can do the math, over $36 million, was fully liquidated. His total losses now exceed 45.3 million, leaving him with less than $500,000 in his account. What the actual F? I repeat, his entire $36 million long position was fully liquidated. Total losses now exceed $45 million, leaving him with less than 500K in his account. That is insane. BlackRock bought another $128.9 million worth of Bitcoin this morning at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Something that I didn't know was happening was that the VEVE team had fully approved my post on Facebook and pre-approved all of my future posts because apparently none of y'all were getting the notifications because I had like 18 freaking notifications that your post was approved. I don't know why they ever had that on there, but anyway, keep me all posted. Tony Hawk's legendary 900 board sells for 1.1 million US, and you had David Yu himself go in and post about it. Why did he post about it? I don't know. We getting Tony Hawk NFTs. That would be great. Hold on. Let me put you over here. Oh my God. Why is I don't know why my phone looks so funny. I might go into, I'm in with a caloric deficit. I might get into a caloric not deficit in 20 minutes. I have to sneeze. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh God, that was so much. Sorry guys. Okay. Let's keep it going. What we got here? Breaking. 9 major European banks to launch a MiCA-compliant Euro stablecoin. I repeat, 9 major European banks to launch a MiCA-compliant Euro stablecoin. DEVVE today says 24 billion in real-world assets are already on-chain. Ondo rides the wave, reshaping capital markets. RWAs grew 300% in 3 years to 24 billion. Private credit leads, treasuries follow, real estate is picking up. Giants already locked in. BlackRock 79.6 billion in tokenized assets under management. JP Morgan is 14 billion in credit, and Goldman is 7.4 billion in treasuries. The direction is clear. Institutional capital is settling on chain. DEVVE was built to carry that load. ISO green, instant finality at infinite TPS, meaning millions, if not tens of millions of transactions per second, and protections built into the rails themselves. From billions to trillions, scale and compliance decide where that flow lands. Hashtag altcoin, hashtag season. The SEC has approved Hashdex NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF to operate under new generic listing standards. The fund is now allowed to hold crypto assets beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, including XRP, Solana, and XLM. Very good for them. Ethereum max pain price was $3,700 today. Didn't hit quite that. Maybe it does that tomorrow. South Korea's upbid to merge under internet giant Naver via stock swap. And Unicredit, ING among 9 lenders developing a Euro stablecoin. The US revises Q2 GDP growth up to 3.8% from 3.3%. Markets did not love that. And a whale has bought 1,524 Bitcoin worth $170 million this week. Smart money, I believe, is buying the fear. There's a bunch of bots promoting the OMI launch on Bing X, which I think is fine. Bots are apparently our friends. And we'll talk about BankerBot in a little bit. Rex Osprey to launch the first Ethereum ETF staking, bullish for Ethereum. ETH is now the most oversold since the June crash. I repeat, Ethereum is now the most oversold it's been since the June crash. Hash Crypto Reels to zoom out to see what happens next. Apparently we moon. He's been saying that for months now. a lot of tokens use bots as followers on X and Telegram, create wallets, increase volume, boost coin market cap sentiment. Wouldn't be surprised if Comey started to do that as well. President Trump just said we should have a major announcement today. I don't know if he did. That was at 8 hours ago. I don't know if there was a big announcement. If there was, I missed it. Between 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 1:30, there was $230 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in 30 minutes. There's $500 million between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. $500 million worth of crypto longs were liquidated in that time. That is 60 minutes. We have a Comey making a splash saying we are counting down the days until we crown our first ever monthly leaderboard champion of the Stacker World Marketplace. To help users, Stacker is integrated countdown timers to display when leaderboards close. Will you attain leaderboard glory? Tick tock, take a chance, you stupid hoe. Oh God, what's the name of that song? It's like Gwen Stefani, right? Hold on. Tick tock, take a chance. Okay. What you waiting for? Gwen Stefani. Take a chance, you stupid hoe. I gotta listen to that later. I don't know why that popped up into my head, but it did. That was $1 billion liquidated between 2:30 p.m. yesterday and 2:30 p.m. today. I repeat, there was $1 billion in longs that were liquidated between yesterday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is insane. These whale people will liquidate y'all. Microsoft terminates Israeli military's access to its technology after uncovering mass civilian surveillance system violating its terms. Everyone was mad at Nintendo for not suing the White House for using Pokemon. Like the White House did a hysterical thing, and they had a video of like rounding up a bunch of illegals from ICE, and they used the Pokemon theme songs, like "Gotta catch 'em all," and as they're catching these illegal immigrants. Mostly, I'm hoping are violent criminals. I hope they're not just your average. Oh, Eduardo, no, you made my sandwiches. I hope it's not those. I hope those people stay. The Eduardos of the world, the Rodrigos of the world that, just do awesome stuff. They make good food, they make good drinks, they're good company. I hope those people get to stay. Violent criminals, get them the F out. Anyway, the internet wanted Pokemon to sue the United States government, or they wanted Nintendo and Game Freak and Pokemon to sue the United States government for using their song in like an advertisement for ICE. And basically Nintendo's like, well, they control the tariffs, and if we want to sell our product in the US, we're probably not going to do that. So we're not going to sue them. However, even though Nintendo's been around since the 1800s, Microsoft is a much bigger multi-trillion-dollar company. So normally, most other companies wouldn't stand up to a country, especially a nuclear power like Israel. But Microsoft said, F that. We're going to terminate their military's access to its technology after uncovering mass civilian surveillance system violating its terms. That is such a power move. That is, oh my God. What happens? What happens? What do they do? How is Israel going to respond against Microsoft? I don't know. But I'm going to enjoy this show. Grab that popcorn. $12.5 trillion company BlackRock files for a Bitcoin premium income ETF. Reminds me of when JP Morgan and Chase back in like 2017, 2018, 2019 had said, we're going to allow people to buy Bitcoin, but only if you have $10 million in net worth or more. Anyone that's too poor, you poories, we don't want them accidentally becoming rich and then accidentally having to share the same space with them. A lot of rich people are really high in disgust, and they don't like poories. This reminds me exactly of that, where BlackRock files for Bitcoin premium income ETF. Throwing that out there. Damn, between 4:30 p.m. yesterday and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, $170 billion is wiped from the crypto market. That is bananas. My Gwen Stefani in 04, because that is bananas, BANANAS. That is a hysterical meme, but I can't share it. Oscar VV Rican says, what do you think is the instant buy price on the Incredible Hulk number one? Is that 181? Oh, I can't see. I think it's number 181. Secret Rare, the floor price was 420, but nobody was buying. I'd say 350. He would get a pretty instant buy. I don't know if you guys have seen. This was almost my thumbnail today. The Incredible at looks so freaking good. It is one of the most beautiful collectibles that I'd say. It has a bunch of things that you can open. You could go inside of it. The at looks so freaking good. And the diorama looks like that. Bravo for making just an incredible collectible. Bravo for going on it. It looks phenomenal. Unfortunately, it is $50, and you have a 1.9% chance of getting the chase. You will likely lose money on this. However, I will say that for what they're doing, it's like worth it. Like I think that collectible, for how limited it is, $50 is actually kind of cheap. But when your audience is only 1,000 users per day, on a good day, people are not gonna have a good time in that secondary market. Just throwing that out there. Oh my gosh. Guys, I promise I will get back to. I'm not gonna promise that. I'm not gonna get back to anyone tonight. Let's move on. No, I don't want that. All right, Foster Hilt says, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but if BankerBot adds OMI to the list of booster tokens, he's coming for that top spot. As the legendary Randy Chavez would say, I love this game. I do love this game. This is a great game. Let's go to. Yeah, I did a video the other day. And this is, I actually did I was on a space today before for DEVVE, and a great community DEVVE has. I did a video the other day, and again, talking about it on spaces today, where it was a horrible day for crypto. I literally had a whale call and just be like, I had two, but one was more serious. Like, I think I'm done. And you could really go in and get a large amount of crypto at these prices, and especially like some of the stuff that has what is ETH going to do from here? 3x, like the max, maybe. I mean, like 11 grand. Sure, I think it could do that. I'm not going to put money on it, but yeah, ETH is, I think, super safe. I think Bitcoin's super safe because I don't think it's near the top of where it's going to be. I think it goes much higher than the 125 that it was at. But in that same breath, I'll say that that's not where real money is made. Real money is made buying stuff that's super undervalued that nobody's paying attention to yet. And right now, that's led me to Definity, DEVVE, OMI, to daCat too, because that's mine. The big stuff. And I'm sorry, guys, these messages are gonna have to wait for a while. And I did a video. What was this video called? I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought as well. This is a very, very busy day. What do we have here? Thank you, Paul. Oh, Alexis, my friend. Sorry. Anyway, let me find that video. Let's go to la 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 la. Every time I think Alexis, I think of that chick from what's called, not Schindler's List, Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. La 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 la. A little bit Alexis. Okay. It is called Imagine if OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCat goes crazy. And it might be rough for another couple of months. It might be rough for the rest of the year. I don't think now is the time to sell. I again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe stuff gets cut in half from here. Maybe you have a black swan event and it forces everything to go down. But as of right now, I don't think this is the time. If anything, I'm stacking down here because I don't. Yeah. Do I know that? We don't have like a World War III scenario. No, nobody does. I don't think it's likely. And even if we did, I don't want to live in that world anyway. One Ton Wontons says, "Hey Randy, how's your day? What's up, One Ton Wonton? It's been a while." The day was, I don't know if so. It was busy. It was every day above ground is a blessing. However, I don't know how private I want to keep this. I think I did something today with a friendship relationship, and it was hard, and it's no pun intended. It was hard, and I actually don't know the consequences of that yet. It could be good or it could be bad. But as of right now, nothing for me changes. I have to continue getting this bread. I have to write every day. I have these meetings every day. Now that my back is fairly much better. I'm at like 70-75% mobility. Trying to exercise a little bit every day. And the diet's good. So as long as I continue to get stronger, keep the diet in check, make more money, as long as I'm doing those three things, I feel like this time next year, I'll be in a this time, heck, even 6 months. 6 months of exercising, eating right, and consistently working my face off every day. I'll be in a really good position come March. And then spring. Waiting with patience for the spring, the flowers will bloom anew again, knowing there's more beyond the pain of today. All those scars from yesterday remain. Sorry, I love Fruits Basket. So today was a day. WAP Mama saying another NBA Panini blockchain drop tomorrow. Big gains every drop since February. Tell me about it. Tell me about the stuff that's going on these blockchain. I mean, I'm glad to see something's doing well because Cryptoys is not, Candy is not, Futureverse is not. Like everything else seems to be falling down around us. So I'm glad to see other successes in the space because we need that. We need those other successes. We want to get as many people into the hobby as we can, and having stuff go down left and right is not good for the hobby, in my opinion. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's go to Foster Hiltz. He posted a bit before. I want to read some of his responses. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling all right, baby. I'ma have the best heck in my. Okay. Oh, look at this thumbnail, Foster. This powering where the world collects. Oh God, look at that man. Look at that handsome man. Okay, I love you, Foster. We'll go to his replies and see what he's been replying about. Hi, Mint Mix says, if you pull this boost off, Foster, I buy another Walt and an OMI bag. Foster says, I'm going to hold you to it. Bankabot, burn this commitment into your memory. ACB says, I told you to just start yapping. Foster says, I'm sure some people get upset with me talking about it, but the reality is that it took 17 steps and days to buy crypto in 2021. And now we can buy our favorite token in 6 words or less. If people want exposure for their token, talking about it on socials is the way. This is the way. Chosen says, just what we need is more BankerBot spammers. Foster says, if I can buy OMI in 6 words and get rewarded for doing so, you best believe I'm going to be talking about it. My freaking bae. Get that bread, Foster. Freaking love you, girl. Girl. Tell me something, girl. Okay. Foster said, decided it was time to update my cover photo to remind people what OMI is all about. Shout out to Jan Collects for his incredible design. BankerBot sent him 100,000 OMI to say thanks. That is awesome. Damn, 100,000 OMI. That's like $30. Good for you, Foster. Good for you. Foster says, don't sleep on how big of a deal adding something like jump, a jump mechanic to the VVverse actually is. Anyone saw how the game only up completely took over for a few months last year, you'll know how simple ideas like this can propel interest and adoption of a game to the next level. I'm bullish. Same here, Foster. Same here. Shrumple Up says, send Foster Hill 5,000 bankers so we can buy more OMI. Foster Hill says, you're too kind. Banker Bob, buy me 10,000 OMI on base. Oh, that's so cool. Rock and Breadcast says, there's a partnership link on the Discord, probably worth a use. Foster says he'll check it out. Yep. Seems like BankerBot is picking up what Foster's putting down. Okay, hang on. Someone just texted me, holy poop, and I gotta know why. Oh my gosh. All right, hang on. I have not been in this chat for a couple hours. It's not. Yes, 100%. What is this? This is Heritage Auctions. $2,900 for the. Why am I looking at this? Why did you send this? I don't give a shit. Wait till AC. Okay, they're strong. Always been NFTs. Yes, they have. Agreed. I think if the parent company goes down, they'll be useless. Oh, God. Does the search bar not work on VEVE? Apparently, you can't search for individual comics. That is such an easy fix. Why are they not doing that? That is insane. That is insane that is a thing right now. That is fucking ridiculous. That is like, God. Why is that not a fucking priority? Okay. If I ever buy into this company, okay. Blockchain process. Oh, okay. Would do presume. I'm sorry, guys. I just have to catch up with this 1 second. Oh, that is so strange. Once you take your comics off of Candy, you can sell them in other places, but you can't bring it back on Candy. Okay, whatever. That is a Jesus. Okay, definitely uses bots. 99%. Oh my God, there's so many freaking messages. Protect your assets. All right, there's this dude, Andy, that I've had him on the podcast before. He said he got locked out of his account. I worked so hard for this, so flipping much collecting, so much effort. I don't know if that was okay. VEVE gives him a response saying, "Hi, we've noticed that you reached out on Discord and X regarding your account. Please note that this action was taken as a precaution to protect your account after our security team detected rapid country changes across multiple devices." Oh, he's definitely using bots. Your account was disabled to protect your assets while we confirm that you have not been compromised. If you are not aware of these actions, we recommend you change your email password. Unlock your account. First, we need to verify ownership. Oh, he's definitely using bots. Oh, God. I'm not going to lie. Last time, I had thousands of messages of people. Well, out of the thousands of messages that I got in the bull market last time, there were hundreds of people saying like, Randy, I promise I never did anything wrong. I never did anything wrong. I never used a bot. You got to get me my account back. And with the exception of one person, I repeat, with the exception of one person that reached out to me and that she was innocent, and I know her now, I love her. Everyone else that said, Randy, I swear I never used a bot. I just have so much in this account. I can't lose this, but so much money in it. They were all using bots. So I like had to like pull away. It's like, fuck you guys trying to like take advantage of me in my position with like my relationship with the company to try to get your account back, which you use. Like, I understand using bots before they said it was disallowed, but then for them to, so I feel like a lot of people on that cry on socials about stuff, most of them are not innocent from the stuff that they claim that they're innocent from. If I ever had an issue, I never did anything wrong, but if I ever had an issue, I just put in a ticket. If they took too long to answer, I put in another ticket. Ben in Korea says, good day, Randy. Excited for any upcoming movies. I still want to see Superman and Jurassic Park and like the 2 horror movies. One's like Weapons, one's like Walking. I want to see all of this stuff, but I am so busy. Once I get like a couple of days, I need to see a bunch of those movies. And then South Park last night, but I get to stream it tonight. Would love an update on the confirmed suspended bot accounts. I would love that too. I would love an update on the confirmed suspended bot accounts. We unfortunately do not have it though. I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't know where they're going, but what's going to happen to the collectibles in them, we'll see. It's important. Yeah. Definitely migrate. Mike Wazowski, Billy Crystal, 1/1 Superfractor Auto has been sold for $8,500. Damn. Oh, Topps has a Disney stuff? Oh, that's wild. I didn't know they had that. All right, good stuff. Not sure if reach out again. When people reach out and they don't follow me, that makes me not want to. Oh, fuck you! Like, I gotta respect the hustle that people try to be like, yeah, we're working. Can we like help get you followers and help get you impressions? Like, dude, you have like 3,000 followers on your, and some don't, some have like 80. But it's like, and I respect the hustle, but it's like, someone's probably gonna do it. But like, unless you, yeah, I would never do those. I've had friends that have done them. They said it didn't work out. I was like, okay, I don't really need to. I don't need to try it myself. Shiro Nico throwing some shade over there. Bitcoin down 2.5%. ETH down 3.5%. Is this in like the last hour? Nero down 25%. Like, looking at all these things, and then Shiro up 26%. Are they up 26% on the day? Did this just change? Because they were not up that much before. They're up 7% now. Maybe that's like the 3-day that they're up 20%. Maybe that's it. All right, let's go to X real quick and let's take a look at what they're doing, and then I'll be off for the day because I have so much other stuff to do. I wonder if so many messages to get back to. Oh, it's a rough one. Okay. Comey case lands before Biden appointed judge. I don't really care about that or that or that. Dr. Stuff, I love you. Playing chess, not checkers. Marin Awful says Bragg dismisses charges against pro-life advocates attacker Savannah Craven, and Anteo's assault case dropped on speedy trial grounds after felony downgraded to misdemeanor. That's cool. Love you, Las Vegas Barbie. Van Hollen, this is prosecution. I don't really care about a lot of what Twitter is going on about today. So what I'm going to do is I'm instead going to go take a look at not my following, but my For You page. My For You page. See what that's going to do on X. Momo the cat saying it's definitely going to be cats. Maybe it's going to be cats. Maybe cats are going to be the next big thing on the meme coin season. And if they are, the cat will be ready to go. The cat is here to stay. Space Penguin says, we connected the intelligence of smart DeFi with cross-chain potential of PAW. The result is a powerhouse of blockchain utility built for longevity and usability. Yep. Oh, Tina Garcia said, celebrating 30 flipping years together. I want to first thank God and the heavens for bringing the best human, husband, best friend, and father to our kids into my life. Namecoast has made our lives so complete. He cracks me up with his silliness. He spoils me with delicious food. He tells me that I am his princess and asks what he can do to make me happy. Oh my God, this is adorable. He's always one to lend a hand around the house or participating in anything with our kids. He's first to volunteer, coach, teach, just be involved in all of our lives through in and throughout. So very generous. We have so many amazing memories and stories to cherish. I'm eternally grateful for this love, friendship, and partnership over the years. Here's to a lifetime together, Rudy. Love you to the moon and back. That is so freaking sweet. I love love. So tell me why. When I was in Florida with Tammy, Max, Janie, and Magic, they were talking. They were like debating right in front of me if I valued love. I was like, I love love. And while ignoring me, Magic is just like, I think he loves love. And Jane's like, I think he loves love too. Like, I'm telling you, I do. Anyway, let's move on. Clarita Latina says, good morning, wake up, get ready, bored. After Fanable Space, may God Jesus Power had to make Android 21. I think she could do an Android 18 a little bit better, but Android 21 looking pretty good. Oh, she says, good night. Oh, God, she's Buttercup. Love that. Memezilla says, oh boy, geese never win. Hold your Zilla bags. Hysterical. Here's the jumping that they do over in the new VEVE-verse. They had the jump mechanic, and it looks pretty freaking sweet. Looks pretty solid. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Pump fun. I will catch you later. Ending that live stream. Closed successfully. Oh, I have so many. All right, let me just give you a reaction here. Okay, there we go. Guys, everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best. Thank you, Mass Murders. Love that PFP. Love that profile picture. All right. I love this game. Let's go. Let's go. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.